All right, here we are. Another week, another episode. Black, do you know what episode this is? Any chance? Any chance that brain of yours knows what episode this is?
I got you. Let me check YouTube.
Oh, come on, don't go check.
No, I'm
don't...
kidding. I'm kidding. Hands up. 32.
What the fuck? No, bro. We just had 20, just like a couple episodes ago. It's 24.
That's me.
It's 24. All right, everybody. Now you understand, He's thinking way in the future, I guess. I don't know.
I hope so.
We are episode 24. Caesar RE, Black Hack 2K, our guest this week. Hopefully no guns will be fired this episode. DeskPopDave down here. Sorry about
motherfucking Dave.
Sorry about all the paint. I've been working on painting the railing of my deck, so I've washed my hands like 5 times. It just doesn't come off, and I'm doing more tomorrow. So why bother?
That happens.
Yeah. So, Dave, as I mentioned, we'll do like a quick little intro. I'll kick it to you. We'll do a quick little intro for the people. Obviously, Black and I already know you and your imposterism abilities.
That's motherfucker.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm the worst.
Yeah. But go ahead and give the people a little intro about yourself.
Sure. My name is DeskPopDave. I'm on Twitch. I've been streaming for about 3 years now. Loving it. I play a lot of Fortnite. I started with Fortnite from Connecticut up in the Northeast. Obviously, I'm a big sports fan. Yankees, all New York. Caesar, I know Caesar's a sports fan. We've talked before. So yeah, but a gamer my whole life since I was a young kid, which led me to streaming. One of my brother, bunch of friends were like, "Hey, you love gaming so much." That is fantastic.
I'm going into my desk of goodies. I always go into my desk of goodies at this point.
Wow. Yeah. I love it.
My Derek Jeter memorabilia.
I got a bunch of that. Favorite player, favorite athlete.
I got pictures of my cat.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Black.
Black, you can go watch your movie with your wife again.
Yeah.
Dave and I are going to talk sports.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
okay.
So yeah, I just love gaming and led me to streaming, where I met Black and I met Caesar through Black. Because one day I was just gaming and all of a sudden I got hit with like a 30-person raid over on Twitch, and this guy named Black Hack 2K. I lost my mind. It was a fat raid. I was like, what did I do with myself? And yeah, that's how I met Black, and we gamed a bunch after that. Played some Fortnite. And yeah, led me to meet you fine gentlemen.
Yeah.
It was a good time. I still remember the day Despop Dave followed me. I was hyped because I genuinely watched Dave before I ever rated him. Like, I was watching him for a couple weeks, and then, like, it was just here and there. It wasn't, like, constant. But, like, the day he come in and dropped me a follow, I was, like, jumping up and down. I'll never forget it. It's a good time.
Because when you're raided and stuff, you forget to, like, follow because you're hyped about the raid. You forget to follow the person that raid, so... Like a couple days later, I'll go through the people and like follow people that were in my chat. And Black was there. I was like, "Oh, he's on right now. Let me go watch him." And dropped him a follow. He literally jumped out of his chair. I was like, "Wow, no one's ever been that excited for me to follow them." It was awesome.
It's good.
Yeah, it was. I loved it.
Yeah. No, I mean, you could say Black had a desk pop at his desk.
He did.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't even remember when that was. All of a sudden, because I mean, it's probably been just over a year now, right?
Yeah, coming up on a year. I think it was around the end of the summer.
Yeah,
we got to be close. We got to be close to a year.
Yeah, because I remember, I was watching Black, and then the next thing I know he was playing a lot with you, Dave, and for anybody who has not watched Dave on Twitch, definitely go drop that man a follow. He's a joy to watch. Very animated, very pumped. He's desk popping all the time.
Let's go.
Yep. Yeah, the victory. Let's go.
Always.
And of all the people we've had on, we're 24 episodes in. I think 22 guests. We had 2 episodes, just me and Black. Of all the guests, Black, would you say outside of yourself, Black, you churn out a lot of content. You're doing it full time. I think I see Dave post the most content outside of just live streaming. Between YouTube uploads,
weekly YouTube video,
YouTube, the shorts. I mean,
he's got way more into TikTok. Yeah,
you have to. It's something. Well, it's something I've learned. Like, just studying on my own, on growing, and especially with streaming, it's hard to break through on Twitch. And Black and I have had this discussion plenty of times, and Twitch is just such a saturated platform, and you gotta grow content outside of it. You gotta bring people in from other places. And I found, like, especially the YouTube Shorts, I think is been helping out big. YouTube Shorts, some of the views I've had have like tripled, like all my views I have on my main channel that I've had for 2 years, like within the few months I've had this shorts channel that I'm just posting on a daily basis. So that's really cool too. And yeah, I've learned that, and I've noticed it, like seeing people come into chat saying, "Hey, I'm from TikTok," or "Hey, I'm from YouTube. You know, I saw you on YouTube." It's cool to see that when you know that they came from somewhere else.
Yeah.
And that's why I've just been grinding with it.
And I mean, I've seen, I'm not discrediting anybody who's been on this already, right? I've seen a lot of content be pushed out from people. I would say mainly TikTok. Dave, I would say of all the people, probably including Black, except for the first few weeks, Black, that you were over on Facebook and really churning out things about your transition. I think the most YouTube videos come from you, Dave, that I see. You're definitely pushing them out, and you want to talk any about that, like, and how you get on that schedule and that regimen, for others out there.
To be honest with you, like, if I'm lately, I've noticed I need the plan. I need to start. I've talked about this with the people like I game with and make this content with. It's like I want to start planning these videos out, because most of my content is Fortnite. That's what I started my channel around. But now I'm at the point where I'm kind of getting like burnt out, and I want to go play other games. And we do our weekly Among Us every Tuesday, and I want to start planning those videos. Fortnite this season, there's a lot of funny content with the aliens and all that stuff. Like, you can have a good time with it. As annoying as it is to some people, you could still have fun with it, at least. So like, but I do try for the main channel, I try to post at least 1 to 2 videos a week. That's my goal. I usually end up doing 1, but it depends on, how the week goes, how the game goes. If there's any like real good content within those games that, you just don't want to try just gameplay. You know what I mean? You want the funny moments and the laughter and the banter with your teammates too. So I try to while I'm playing, I'll try to make, I'll like go mess with one of my teammates or something just to get reactions out of them, just to have those moments. They may not know what I'm doing.
Sure.
Like, why are you like last season with the bows, like how many times I would just, huck a ball at somebody and they just go flying into the storm or something, and they would start yelling at me. You gotta use that kind of stuff, but use what you got. But I think YouTube with the shorts, I'm trying to do it every day. I'm trying to put up a short every day, whether it's a funny moment or just clips, or because you never know with these videos. I'm looking at the analytics and you look at the numbers. I'm like, I didn't expect that one to pop off like it did. I wanted that one to have those numbers. This is the better video. Like, this is the better video. Why? Yeah, right. Like, yeah, Riley knows I did that to him. I set him up for a clip, but it's like, the analytics, these algorithms, you scratch your head at the end of the day, but it's the grind. It's just to me, it's the consistency.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to capitalize on the short form, because honestly, I think that's the way to go right now with the TikToks and the YouTube shorts and the reels on Instagram. I'm even posting reels on Instagram again, like couple thousand views just on those. Yeah. Which you don't think Instagram, but like, for anywhere you could put content, I'm trying to just get the name out there.
Yeah. No, for sure.
You know.
No, Instagram Reels, they translate over to Facebook, in their shorts. Because when I multi-post, it goes everywhere. Man, and Reels, YouTube Shorts, and my shorts on Facebook get the most views out of everything. Besides, like, maybe 1 or 2 TikToks. Like, I made the comment a couple weeks ago that I'm just draining down on TikTok. And I started multi-posting with the Facebook. And, dude, Reels and Shorts are wild.
The numbers, yeah. And to be honest with you, I slowed down on my main channel. I haven't posted in like 2 weeks, I think, because I've been so just like, all right, what short am I going to do today? Like, what clip am I grabbing just to post? Like I wake up early in the morning. Like I wake up an extra half hour early in the morning and edit a couple clips before I go to work, and then I'll just sit there and post them while I'm at work and be like, all right, let's see how they do today. Let's see what we got.
Yeah.
But some have done good, some have done,
it's
really well, and some have done horrible.
Yeah.
It's
the one you want to pop off doesn't.
And the one that you're like, why did that one pop off? I'm sitting there
like, that didn't even edit it.
It barely touched it. I'm not even impressed with that clip. I just put it up there just to put something up. But now as I've learned and studied more on this whole growing your brand and growing on these platforms, like I've started getting a little bit smarter with those clips and setting up just grabbing the funny moments that happen, or grabbing like the one of me like with the soccer ball guy, like when all the soccer challenges were going on, some guy at Dury was just sitting there kicking a soccer ball. I mean, I'm like, oh, the guy's nice. Those do well. In another team, there's another one where we were last game, my squad and I were, it was Luna was in this game. We had like 20 kills in a game. We were popping off as a squad. The last team was sitting there with a volleyball court built, and they were just sitting there just hitting a ball back and forth to each other, and we all just joined them. It was just fun, just fun content. Those kind of things you got to grab, and it's not. There's a million kids out there that are cracked at Fortnite, right?
Oh yeah.
The clips are not going to do it. The clips, your kills, that's not what's going to get you your name out there. You got to get the content, especially with that game.
Sure. No, I mean, you touched on the consistency, and I mean, I can't say anything about the consistency of, shorts or reels or TikToks or YouTube videos, because I'm most inconsistent when it comes to those things, because, I just don't spend the time doing it.
Can we talk about that for a second?
I wanted to just touch on, I just wanted to touch on the consistency I've had or have, and the difference I've noticed is just with live streaming in general. Like there is where I'm seeing improvements, right? Improvements in viewers and some good numbers, consistent numbers, and a raise in numbers, just because I'm consistent, right? If I'm live every day around the same time for the same amount of time, there is a consistency in who's there, whether they're there to say hi, whether they're there to lurk, whether it's to watch or just support. I welcome all forms of viewership. I'm a big one into people who are watching always complain about the lurkers, because I do like watch time challenges. I'm like, look, if they're counting as watch time, then they're counting as a viewer, and it's bumping me on a chart that everybody else is looking at. And I don't really care if, I obviously I want them there, because when there are people there, you can actually get a reaction out of someone who then goes, hey, you should go check out this person, right? Or whatever.
100%.
If they're not there and they're just lurking, they're not doing that. They are still helping me, but they're not helping me grow. They're just helping me, I guess, kind of grow, because it bumps your numbers. But I just wanted to touch on that consistency you've talked about. I'm pretty lax on the consistency of other things, like the other content.
So what do you attribute your growth on Twitch to, like without the social media, besides the timing and all that? What do you?
It's crazy, So when I started, I probably started streaming about 2 years ago, and it was on PS4. And it took me a couple months to get affiliate. with texting a couple buddies who, I said, hey, download this app and just pull me up so I could get 3 viewers, right? I'm going live, just have it on tabbed, whatever. So I could get affiliate, because my goal with Twitch has always been Prime subs. I love the idea that there is a free mechanism to something you already pay for, especially for friends and family who don't watch gaming. And it's like, hey, there's this massive corporation out there. And sorry, Twitch, as I'm on your platform talking about it, there's this there's this massive corporation out here that's willing to basically allow people to give money to people at no extra cost to them, right? And that market, in my opinion, is probably very, very untapped. There's a lot of people on Twitch, but there are a lot more people with Amazon Prime in the world who do not know anything about Twitch, right? So my goal was always like, hey, I love the idea of Amazon Prime because I know you are already paying for Amazon Prime. You don't get Amazon Prime for a Twitch Prime subscription. You get it for other things. So when you talk about the growth, I was on my PS4, no real viewers other than the people I texted. I didn't really care because my goal was not growth. I have a full-time job. My goal was just, I play video games. Let me get some Prime subs from friends and family. When I got my PC, I was already into Fortnite. But when I got my PC, I grinded hard on mouse and keyboard to make that switch. And then when I got the PC, I realized, oh my God, it's a lot more fun to stream on this because I can see the chat, because I can add this, add that, right? Like all these different things. And then this guy randomly comes into my stream one day with his army, right, of people. And I had people come in randomly and say some things, but he comes in and just starts saying some things about my overlays and this and that, right? That's obviously black. And that some of the growth, and Black and I have had this conversation because I kind of attribute more of my growth towards Black, where when I talk to Black about it, he's like, there are so many people in your chat who I have nothing to do with, right? Like I've never seen them before. Like they're your people. And so I attribute that growth to word of mouth. Like
this is what I was talking about earlier. I was like, can I say something?
Yeah.
And it is 100% with Caesar word of mouth, because this man does the least amount of promotion I've ever seen, and he's pulling double the numbers. Even on Facebook.
That's what I'm saying. I see him blowing up over there. I was
it's all word of mouth.
Well, what is it? See.
Well, so let me touch on it a little bit, okay?
No, let me
let me just be honest with you, right? Like, because I mean, it's content is one way to find the people, mass amount of people, right? And it will build you, if you're churning out the right content, like Dave, you're saying, hey, and Black looks at analytics a lot too, and it's a right place to look because that's what companies do, right? Companies look at analytics for numbers, like what's making profit, what's not, all that kind of stuff. So numbers are huge. Pushing out content will get you that mass population of people, right? And it'll get you out in front of people. And it might turn out, and it most likely, if you do it the right way and you follow the numbers, it will turn out to be something great. It'll be big, right? You can build something from that. For me, and nothing against either one of you for how that transpires, because you can still build a very good thing from it. I just don't know that I, personality wise, can go down that path, because my personality is like very, very, like, we used to make the joke when I got out of college. It was like me and my 2 roommates would go to the bar and not talk to a single other person. You know what I mean? Like, and we would make the joke. Drake had that song out, "No New Friends," right, or whatever it was. It was something like that. I grow at such a close knit thing that mass spread of people would be overwhelming for me personally. Like, I wouldn't be able to handle that, and I wouldn't be able to feel like I built that connection, because it would be an influx, right? You'd have like this thing pop off. Like I see people get these TikToks that have 500,000 views or whatever, and the next thing you know, you have this influx of 1,000 people or whatever. I wouldn't be able to do that personally because I'm not good at that. Like I love talking to a group of people, but I love talking to a group of people that I know. So I like building that like one-on-one, relationship with people. So when you ask about,
that's fair.
And so when Black made the comment about like, I do little amount of work, my work is not in that social aspect of mass production. My work, and you guys have probably experienced it, is in your Twitch chat, right?
Yeah.
A lot of the people that I bond with is because I will go in and spend some time in the chat. And Dave, you probably, I mean, Black definitely knows this.
Always there.
Well, and you know this. When I'm there chatting, it's usually for a very short amount of time, just to say, "Hey, how's your day going?" kind of thing, and that's my way to like network. And so there's a couple things there, and this is me being I'm always genuine. One, it's because I like you, right? And I want to come over and see how it's going and find out if there's anything like wow, like new going on. Two, it's I want you to like me, right? I want you to know like, hey, I'm here for you. I'm supporting you and this and that. But I do that for people that I know don't like me. Right? Like I have people that I've met that I just genuinely, I like them as a person. I like their stream. I like their content. I might not be able to watch them, but if I can in some way help their numbers go up, that will help them grow, then I'm going to do it as long as I can. Right.
Yeah.
Now that gets harder and harder as the number of people you build. You build a network, like it's like, how do you open up 25 streams all at the same time, right?
Handle this.
It's a computer. Like how much time? Like there were times I was spending like half an hour to an hour going around saying hi before I even started upstream, right?
Yeah. No, it's smart, dude. Okay, so I had a comment, and it goes along with like everything we're going on. So like I had a comment on one of my videos, my why should you follow me video on Facebook, and it got a lot of attention. Obviously Facebook sponsored it, and it went everywhere. The thing's sitting on 100K plus views, but I most of them comments are mostly positive. But now every once in a while I get one of these. Now let me read it. It says, just remember, a lot of viewers want nothing to do with your personal life. They watch to get away from their problems, provide good content and entertainment. Best of luck. That in itself is the stigma of like a small streamer. No one wants to watch you because they're not being entertained or you're not good at a game. And that's just wrong. That's why small streamers don't get a lot of views, because they feel like someone with low numbers cannot provide content or good value. But me, like I said in the video, I have no idea why you should follow me. I'm just doing it to be me. This is my escape. Whether or not people are watching me for that reason, I don't know. But like, I think that comment in itself, and I have a whole video coming out for it. I was like, this is why people are not growing, because no one wants to watch someone that's with low numbers because they feel like they don't need that personal connection. You are totally wrong, in my opinion. I don't know, but that to me is why small streamers will always stay small streamers, because people with this mentality.
Yeah, I mean, it depends.
I told the guy, I was like, if that's how you feel, I don't want you as a viewer anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
that's not why I'm doing this.
Yeah, but so my argument to that, Black, would be I don't know. I don't really think small.
It's a complicated
No.
Right?
I was saying like I don't think small streamer, big streamer, large streamer, like that to me isn't what's in my head. Because
I mean, I've said it.
Well, no. So I guess what I'm saying,
full time.
No. What I guess what I'm getting at here is like, okay, I'm just gonna go. I'll go top, right? Of
Go
people
it.
that we know, the three of us kind of probably watch, enjoy, whatever, right?
Yeah.
You watch a Nick Merckx, right? Stream with 300,000 when COD has an update, or 80,000 on average. You watch a Tim the Tap Man, 60 to 80,000. Dave and I play a lot of Fortnite, so Cypher is the one churning out most of what you were mentioning, Dave. Now Cypher has gotten pretty good at the game, but he's typically the one showing you, here's the new thing going on in the game, and here's some content, right? The difference that this is what I think of when I think of big streamer, small streamer. It's not the fact that a small streamer can't become big. It matters whether that small streamer who becomes big loses what kept that what made them when they were small.
Yeah.
Now, interacting with every single chat that comes through is damn near impossible when you're a big streamer, right? Like I've said it before to people that I'm texting them. I'm like, oh, you're watching, I'm watching Nick right now, and he's a sub in that channel, and it's subscriber only mode. It's like, even if you wrote something right now, I would not see your name say something, and I'm not playing a video game while it's going through. So 100%, like, that's not possible for somebody with that many viewers, right? But finding some way to keep that going, and I think Nick Merckx does this well, in my opinion. When I'm in his chat watching, sometimes I'll hear him go off on a rant on a newbie who wants some type of recognition. And he's like, no, you have to earn your stripes, right? Because I truly believe him, Nick at some point really built a community of people. And, when he sees their name popped up, he treats it a little bit different, right? They're the people who have been there for a while, right? They're the people who, have earned their stripes or whatnot. And so I guess what I'm getting at is a small streamer can become big.
That could be true.
A small streamer can become big. It just really depends on if they continue to be that small streamer mentality or not, right? Or are they still humble? Or is it like, hey, I'm over this, right?
Yeah.
But the growth on Twitch thing, to me, and I've talked about this a little bit with Black Dave, is like, it feels like there's a lot more streamers on Twitch than viewers on Twitch, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
The platform, the reason why there's so many small streamers and not a lot of growth is because a lot of people are trying to do the same thing on Twitch.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of people coming into my chat are just fellow streamers.
Right.
Like our fellow streamers trying to do the same thing as I.
Yeah.
Oh God, Black, go ahead. I see that smirk.
My giveaways are solely based on the fact of some of my viewers are streamers. Now on Facebook, you have a saturation of viewer versus streamer.
Yeah.
There are way more viewers versus streamers on Facebook. That's why my giveaways don't go as fast as they used to. If I would have had this Go XLR giveaway on Twitch, it wouldn't have lasted 5 days. Here on Facebook, it's lasted almost 3 weeks. Hear me out. When I was doing those mic giveaways and all the webcam giveaways, they weren't lasting but days.
Yeah, because you had a lot of people who wanted the equipment.
Yeah. Now on Facebook, I have more viewers that are here just for pure entertainment or the fact that I'm going to show a nipple. You know what I mean? I'm talking to you. All right. But you know what I mean? Like, that's true.
No, it is.
Yeah.
And I see that in reflection. When I look back and I look at numbers and I'm like, man, why wasn't this giveaway performing so well? But this one was. And it's because some giveaways have multi-purposes, like a webcam that has multi-purpose. You can use it on just about anything. A Go XLR is very specific as to what it does. Yes, you can use it with an XLR microphone. Yes, you can have a nice microphone for your meeting with some boss in Utah. But it doesn't need all the extra features that it has. A streamer needs those features.
I'll be honest.
That's why the Go XLR giveaways are not performing very well on Facebook versus the other. So, like next month, I might implement like a DSLR because that has more value in that specific piece of equipment because it's not only used for a streamer, it's also used for a vlogger, a YouTuber, anyone taking pictures, photography, anything. So I'm testing the waters as to see what's going best and what the viewers want here on Facebook versus what the viewers wanted on Twitch. And that's the route I'm taking, because at the end of the day, I want the viewers to be most satisfied with what I'm doing, as far as content goes.
The Go XLR for me,
drive my channel. 100%.
The Go XLR for me, I don't know. You guys are probably, it's not the microphone for me. At all.
Was it the beep button?
No. Fuck
you.
Nope. It is being able to control the sound and volume of different channels without having to go into my settings.
Yeah.
I'm not like being able to like move these switches up and down for my music or my game or my you guys chatting, whatever. That is what this soundboard, and it doesn't probably have to be a Go XLR for that, right? It could be whatever else, some other thing. But having that functionality right here on my desk versus getting out of my game, right clicking, sound setting, blah, 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 sliding the slider of the app, the app that's on, whatever it may be, it's just not enjoyable. So
yeah, convenience.
It's the convenience of the
100%.
mechanical. But
you heard that, people. Go XLR giveaway still going on.
yeah, you might not stream. You might not want a microphone hooked up to it. You might just want to be able to control the volume that you hear Black when he's singing poorly, okay? And guess what? You can do that.
I was having a good time, and you weren't even talking, so I was like, fuck it. I'll start singing. That's what I did.
So,
and then he quickly come in and was like, just shut up, basically.
So, we touched on the content piece of it. And Dave, the thing I wanted to, touch on here, because you mentioned it. I don't think you mentioned it in your intro, but you did mention it through all that discussion. You're part-time streamer still, right? You are, you have a full-time gig and drop it on the people where it's at? Because I don't think you said this during your intro.
No, I work at ESPN's main headquarters here in Connecticut.
Yeah, so he dropped in the sports at the very beginning, but he selectively kept that out. And so
I work for motherfucking ESPN.
Right. And so what department are you in over there, Dave?
So I work right now, I do security, but we're working on getting into the video editing department because I'm using all this. I have a bunch of friends that work in these departments. So COVID really, I was building what you call a reel. So backstory.
Yeah.
After high school, I got on a plane and I went to Hollywood, California, and I went to school for film and TV post-production editing, doing what I'm doing now, like with the YouTube and all that. So
now we get a little bit of why you're posting YouTubes, right?
Nice.
And
so there's a method to my madness here. Yeah. So I was in school. I was in Hollywood, and it was the first day of school. It was the first day of classes, and everybody was going around the room as orientation. And the teacher said, introduce yourself, say why you're here, and what do you want to do when you graduate? So everybody went around the room. One by one, I listened, everybody introduce themselves and say, I want to stay here in Hollywood and make movies. I want to stay here in Hollywood and go make TV shows. I want to stay here in Hollywood. I want to stay here in Hollywood. And that's all I heard, right? They got to me. And this was 2007. They got to me, and I said, hi, I'm Dave. And after graduation, I want to go back to Connecticut. And right, I didn't even get to finish. As soon as I said Connecticut, everyone's head just turned. Like, everyone just stared at me. Like, everyone was doing their own thing. And then everyone was just like, they looked at me like, Connecticut? I go, yeah, there's this place called ESPN that I want to do short form editing at and edit videos and do sound and do anything I can do there. So over the past few years, like I've had, interviews and stuff, but I got in to it. The hardest thing was getting into your foot in the door there.
A lot of the big companies. Yeah.
Yep. So after high school, after I got back from school, I needed a job, just like any broke college kid after school.
Yeah.
Fell into doing security work, got my foot in the door doing security work at ESPN. Now COVID happened and jobs, hiring, all that just stopped.
Yeah.
So I took this year doing all this editing, all the YouTube stuff to build a reel that hopefully, like I want to go out and shoot like other, sport, actual, like, athletes and stuff. Building a reel, and hopefully I could get into editing. I got some contacts there now, built some relationships. So, yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I
That's
the reason
pretty
why
awesome.
I obviously have some of that information, but it makes it good to be able to probe you so you can paint the
Mm-hmm.
picture for people, because like that's kind of what I wanted to paint for people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, you're putting out those YouTubes and things like that, and even though you have a full-time gig, and it's because you're setting yourself up for success in that gig, right? Like you're trying to go
It's the
that
end game.
direction. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
There's so many things within this company that I want to do. Like it would, like when I got, like before I got there, it was just like I want to be an editor. You know, that's what I want to do. But then I got there and it was like, no, you can do this, you can do that. You know, like there's so many other fields and stuff that I like. Even in the security field I'm in, I can do event security where I can go escort. Like one of the coolest things I get to do is escort like all the athletes and stuff when they come to campus and pick them up at the hotel. Like I'm a Yankee fan, right? I got to pick up Aaron Judge and escort him back and forth to the hotel and like
Stay cool, man.
yeah.
Stay
Cool. Hey man, you know, like but he's just one. He's just one of many people that I've
That's
had an
freaking
interaction.
awesome.
Yeah. Celebrities, like when A-Rod got hired at ESPN, A-Rod and J-Lo showed up and like we shut down the whole fucking place. Like A-Rod and J-Lo are coming, you know.
Right.
But
Not
through
anymore.
that I could do event security where I can travel to the Super Bowl, yeah, they're not together. Ben Affleck now. Go to the Super Bowl, go to 2006 all over again.
J-Lo? Oh my god.
But so it's cool. It's just and it's a Disney company too, so there's jobs through Disney I can get and all that. So it's a cool company to work for.
Picture than I would have ever thought it would have been.
What do you mean?
Excuse me. That was terrible. I'm so sorry. Like obviously being a security guard there would put you in the door and you would get to meet all these amazing people, you know, within the building. But like you're talking about like Disney now, like I never even knew that. Like,
I'm surprised
I didn't know that.
I mean, I'm surprised you acted. I mean, you sold it that you knew who Aaron Judge was. I'm just saying, Black. You have no fucking clue who Aaron Judge is, but you just sold it like you did.
Well, no, I'm speaking from his side.
No,
you can see that he was excited about it. So I was like,
I understand.
Stay cool,
I like it.
Stay cool.
I like it.
But Aaron Judge could have been like the water cooler guy, you know, and
well, it wasn't the water cooler guy because I see now he's acting.
Right.
Dave's also a very bad imposter, you know what I mean? He could
played a lot of Among Us with this man.
I'm the worst.
His moment.
Hopefully you were never watching his face, because that would be a violation of the rules.
You shouldn't be watching his face.
It should be the violation of the rules.
Yeah, that's violation.
Oh, I'll do a little plug. It's a couple months old now, probably like over a year old, but there is a great imposter video out there on my YouTube. Feel free. 1000 IQ imposter play. Completely got Dave yelling at his own crewmate. It was a good one.
Be sure to check it out, because it was one of my lowest moments in Among Us I've ever had.
It was like, you know, the best part. I don't know if you actually ever got a chance to watch it back. The best part about that whole YouTube video I put up was the fact that I was sitting there. Now, it's not in this room. I was in my basement on the other side of this wall. I am sitting there eating a Wendy's Frosty the entire round. I'm just sitting there like telling lies and eating this Frosty. And then at the end, when you and Riley were going at each other, I'm just like sitting there just shoveling this melted Frosty in my mouth while you guys are just having it out. And I'm like, what do I do? Do I vote for this one or I vote for that one? Like, who do I vote for here? And I voted for you, I think. And then you just react. Oh, it was great. It was fantastic.
I've had some very, very rage-inducing moments in that game.
I'm not gonna lie. I miss playing. I did, you know, because I don't like playing that game unless you have at least 8, ideally 10. Anything less, and it's kind of frustrating. And I lost traction. I had people who wanted to play, and like you just couldn't get a group together. So then it just fell through, and it kind of sucked. But I mean, pretty much that's all I ever see Dakota's play anymore. And Dakota's was big in Fortnite. And, you know, I love watching Dakota's because he seems very wholesome. And oh man, it was hilarious. The one day I was watching him, one morning I'm watching him.
Miss Among Us.
So I used to watch Dakotas play Fortnite every morning. I'm at the gym. This is before COVID. I'm at the gym. I'm like working out, and in between sets, I'm like watching him play Fortnite. And I have a transition in here, so this is all gonna make sense in a second. I was watching him play and everything, but recently, he's playing Among Us with these group of people, and I guess apparently one of his startup, he's sitting there chatting with chat, and he gets one of those comments like, "How's it feel to fall off?" or something like that, right? And he just goes, "Yeah, I mean, I just wipe my tears with all the money I have." It was just like one of those. It was just like, I guess if you call a millionaire falling off, then that's fine.
Yeah,
No
like,
shit. It's just,
Yeah.
it was just so classic. He's not a flaunter, right? He's pretty humble. That guy is. I mean, he's around our age, right? Early 30s, whatnot, and he's very humble. It's fun.
Yeah, he's good people.
The transition I was going to have was when I was watching him in the gym. He was playing with this guy by the name of Hippie Habitat. And Dave, pretty sure you're still doing this because I think I saw you on last week, right? You're still in D Cave?
Sure am.
You want to talk a little bit about D Cave and how you got involved with that?
Sure. Yeah. So for those who don't know, Hippie Habitat he's a streamer on Twitch. He plays a lot of Fortnite. He plays with the likes of Nate Hill, FaZe Funk, those guys. So I kept seeing this little D Cave symbol on his stream and saw the logo underneath the panel. I just clicked it one day, and it was a company that, in their own words, was trying to combine the worlds of gaming, music, entertainment, and fashion all together. And I was like, that's awesome.
And you were like, D Cave Dave, right?
Yeah, D Cave Dave. That's kind of close to me. Yeah. I had also remembered a year before this watching Dr. Lupo stream one day and seeing him at a DKB event. So I'm like, all right, this is pretty cool. They got some people. They've worked with people. All right. So they had a little thing, apply to become an ambassador. I'm like, why not? Let's do it. Let's check it out. So I applied, and within a couple of days, they got back to me and asked me if I wanted to become an ambassador. I said, sure. And it happened to be that Hippie Habitat is the stream leader. Like, he's the team leader of all the streamers. So through D Cave, I've actually gotten the opportunity to play with him. They hosted a squad night with the D Cave members where we just squatted up and it was just chilling with Hippie. And my first game on with him, we got a win in Fortnite. It was fun. It was awesome. And through that, now I'm part of Hippie's community and I'm doing his customs. And he, over the past couple of months, once a month now, he's hosting boomers only Fortnite tournaments. Okay. And what that entails, you have to be 30 years of age or older. You know how excited I was when this was announced, as somebody who is 30 years of age or older and is tired of getting shit on by all these kids who do nothing but spend time in creative. I was so excited. And I did, the first one was solos and I had a blast, man. It was so much fun. A bunch of old guys. There was guys in their, I was on the young side of it. There was guys in their 60s, 60s, they were up there, man. And it's awesome. It was also cool to see that a game like Fortnite that has this, it's a kid's game.
Sure.
Yeah, it's got that vibe.
That vibe to it, it's a kid's game. Why are you playing a kid's game? No, this showed how many people were actually into it and having fun with it. And Hippie would be and he cut to me a couple times. There was a moment, there was a spot where I had no guns. He's like, "Oh, DeskPopDave, he's in shambles right now. He has nothing." He would do his watch parties and seeing everybody and watching a bunch of us old guys go at it. It was fun. It's been really fun. And through D Cave and through that community, I've met a lot of cool people, and we it's cool to see the growth. And it's a bunch of people that around our age and that all come together around Fortnite. It's crazy to see around Fortnite, and it's been fun.
Yeah.
I'm having a blast with it.
What? So I think you stream once a week, right?
Once a week on DK. So yeah, so I'm kind of committed to stream on their site, twitch.tv/dcaveofficial. I stream on there 2 hours a week, and I do Tuesdays because that's my Friday from work. I do Tuesday nights, 7 to 9 p.m. I stream on their platform, and yeah, and there's a bunch of other streamers that I've met and gamed with through it, and it's fun. It's cool. It's fun, and they once obviously I became part of this through COVID, but once all this is over, they start having events, live gaming events, and we're all invited to those.
Nice. And I think Tink joined as well, right?
Yes, Tank. Yep, she's a part of my community. Yep, she's part of DK now also. So, yeah.
I didn't know her name was Dave as well. For DK, I just didn't know. No. That's awesome, and I wanted you to shed a little bit of light on that and how you got involved with that, because I think it's interesting. I remember when you announced it, it was like you had a stream up that you were going to have an announcement, and I came in and you had like your command in there and things like that, and it was kind of cool.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
It was like the first thing as a streamer, like I was able to announce as you felt like you're kind of your work in this streaming industry is starting to pay off a little bit. Like you're starting to get recognized and starting to being part of a team. It's cool to be part of the team and be part of this community now. And the guy actually reached out through me through Discord the other day saying, thanks for being part of this and being in Hippie Stream and all that, and just kind of representing DK, because I'll post all the time on Instagram and they'll repost for me, but like Hippie reposted something I posted for the Boomer tournament, but it was like it had the DK symbol and all that, and it was just getting the word across, trying to grow their brand.
Sure.
And yeah,
absolutely.
It's been fun. It's been really cool.
No, that's awesome. I know one of those first, when you posted I think one of those first Boomer ones, I was interested in playing, and I just don't think the time of it worked out for me, because I'm like, I'm in that age bracket. I'll do it. Let's do it. I don't know how I'd feel about having a 60-year-old beat up on me. Like I don't really have any excuse then. At least with a 15-year-old, I can be like, they'll get old one day. But I mean,
no, it's been fun, man. It's so fun too. As somebody who's like kind of decent at the game compared to some of these other boomers,
sure.
I would roll up on people, and there were some people I fought, I actually felt kind of bad.
Sure.
Like
I shit on you. My bad.
No, you knew that they weren't as good as some others.
I think that went out the window for me. Like
no mercy.
No, yeah. I listen. I cry in the corner after I run into somebody that literally makes me feel like, what the hell am I doing with myself playing this game? That I don't feel bad making somebody else feel that way every once in a while. I actually feel like, okay, this is why I still play this game,
Okay.
Let me ask you this. Have you ever let somebody win a game?
No. Nope, never.
You saw that they were not that good.
I would never in my life when it is a 4v1 and I have the opportunity to pickaxe somebody, guess what? I'm gonna try to pickaxe somebody. Okay, like look,
very satisfying feeling.
It is to pickaxe somebody, to impulse them into storm.
You are dog shit.
And any of it. Now I will say that I typically am the person who doesn't emote on somebody unless they've given me a reason to emote on them, right? They've done something that they either emoted on me or a teammate. Like if you're playing creative and you're like practicing against somebody, right? I don't typically go, I will pickaxe them for the fact of like, hey, this is what we're going to do.
You got
but
it.
as far as emoting goes, I won't emote on somebody until they make it, they make me get angry. And then it's like, okay, yeah, all gloves are off. But as far as letting anybody win, hell no. Hell no.
Okay. All right.
Listen, Dave, there was a while there. I don't think you're still chasing 1,000, right? You're not chasing 1,000 anymore. But there was a while You were chasing 1,000. And if you tell me you let some, bot players get some wins, you have nobody to blame but yourself that you were still chasing that 1,000 for so long. I'm just saying.
I think my first letting somebody win came after the 1,000.
Okay.
Because I didn't care anymore.
Okay.
Other than that,
My
fuck
first.
you. My win.
Yeah, my win. I'll get better, kid.
I'm telling you. So I started on PS4 randomly with coworkers. A coworker who I actually didn't even get that we were on the same team. There was some weird thing that happened, and then he literally wouldn't look at me in meetings. We wouldn't talk, nothing. But another coworker, asked me, "Hey, do you want to play?" And it actually happened over video games. It was like it's weird. Like we had this discrepancy over video games. So this other coworker who was friends with both of us, said, "Hey, do you want to try out this Fortnite game?" At the time, this is season 3, chapter 1, and there was a lot of post Barstool. I follow Barstool. There was a lot of sorry, I shouldn't talk Barstool. This man's ESPN, and that's like, I
played Fortnite with Marty Marsh.
They don't compute. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't think you can. I don't think you can tell ESPN that. But no, I'm just kidding.
So wait, does that guy work for Barstool or something?
Yeah, Marty Mush does.
Yeah.
He's a big Yankees fan. He's a big Yankees fan.
And that's what Dave's a Yankees fan?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's what that logo is. So sorry, what I was saying was
sports.
Yeah, iSports. I was seeing it a lot on Instagram, right? But I didn't know what it was. It kind of looked interesting, but I also was a Call of Duty guy, so I'm like,
me too.
And so when he asked me to play the one Friday night or whatever, I'm like, you know what? Yeah. So we load up, and then from that moment on, I was literally addicted. And keep in mind, like, it took me a week or 2 weeks to get a win. Now this is back season 3 when you didn't and I was on PS4. You don't have the PC sweats at that time. You didn't have like massive amount of the editing courses or things like that. Like there was no creative, so people were still pretty bad. The amount of satisfaction I got out of that first win,
nothing like
mind blowing.
There wasn't anything ever in my life that felt that good. That I needed more of it, right? The serotonin, right? I needed that feel good.
I fully agree.
And at this point, it's still there when I get a win, but not nearly as much, I would say. It's diluted.
I still get pumped. I still get excited. I get the old, let's go.
Yeah.
But there is nothing like that first one.
I feel like I get it in Warzone now more, but I would say that's
more of a challenge. But I think it's more of a challenge in Warzone.
We can talk about why. I think the three of us can agree why.
Why.
It's the same game, right? It's the same game. It's the same stuff. You can't build, obviously. It's not you need more skill in Warzone or more skill. But the issue is, and why it's harder, is because your good teams can make a mistake in Fortnite and they're out of your lobby. The Warzone teams can make a mistake in your game and they're coming right back from the gulag to get a second chance, right? You have a reboot ban, obviously, versus a buyback, right? Like it's just there is a big difference, in my opinion. It's one of those things that what is it?
Wait, are you saying this is why it's almost the same, or why this is?
I'm saying it's why Warzone is now harder to get a win than Fortnite is.
Oh, 100% no.
Okay, why?
I disagree with that.
So my statement here's as plain it without all the fluff that I just sprinkled over top of it. The better teams in the lobby, because there are better teams in every lobby that you play in. They have more chances to prove they're the better team in Warzone than Fortnite. And that is my flattened reason of why it is harder to get a win in Warzone than it is Fortnite.
So you're saying the gulag is what feeds out the weak from the strong?
I'm saying it is a factor. I'm also saying that, the idea of a buyback, right? You didn't have to get people's cards, right? Like how many times are you in a fight and it's like you wish you could get somebody's card? I mean, don't come to me for this. I always get people's cards. We Black. You guys,
I made this.
Dave, I think you've been there for that too, right? Like that happens. But there are times when you're in a fight and it's just kind of impossible. You will die to get the card. In Warzone, it's not about that, right? It's just go collect more money and you can do it, right? Go do a a most wanted and you can do it, whatever. Like, I'm just saying that there is a more likelihood of your good teams to continue to be alive longer. And that is why, for me, fundamentally, it's harder to get a Warzone win. So, do you still disagree with my statement, or is that now resonating a little bit more?
That is a big factor in it, but I believe.
But you can't tell me that
Fortnite
you can't tell me that
for fucking ever.
But you can't tell me that
and
Fortnite...
it has a massive learning curve within COD that I was not used to.
I guess what I'm saying is if you have to be... You have to hide more in COD, in my opinion. You got to know your corners in COD, and in my opinion, right? You can't just throw a wall in front of you whenever you need it. But what I'm trying to tell you is if that person who can box you like a fish had 5 to 7 to 10 times the ability to come back in the game, right? If they came back into the game 10 times, you are not beating that person in the end of the game in Fortnite. I'm sorry, you're just not. The same way you're not going to beat the person in Warzone who can hide on corners and hit a no scope from whatever distance or what. You're not going to beat that person. So that's I'm the reason why it's harder is you have more opportunities to come back in Warzone. That's just, for me, that's fundamental difference. With that said,
Warzone's also better for the casual player of gaming. Fortnite has done a very bad job for the casual gamer. It's hard for a new player to pick. Hard for a new.
I agree to that. 100%.
No, you disagree, Caesar?
No fucking way.
You disagree?
Caesar.
I'm sorry.
All right, hear me out, Caesar. Hear me out before you go open your mouth.
Go ahead.
All right. So,
oh boy.
Leaning off of Dave's statement, I think this is where I say Warzone has me comfortable because the game allows me to play how I want to play. Other people can play how they want to play. I'm not hacking, but
I mean, you can't hack in Fortnite. They got a cheat. They got a cheating code. Yeah, they got an anti-cheat. Can't do that.
Listen to me. Okay.
It allows you to play how you want to play. Gotcha. How you want to play.
If Dave wants to play how he wants to play, he can play that way. If Caesar wants to camp in a corner and play like that, he can do it. Everyone has their own way to play. And there's times I have multiple different loadouts for how I want to play. And the ability to have multiple loadouts for how I want to play is fascinating to me. And that's why I love playing it. Because guess what? I grab my testing class when I want to push someone and find out what a gun can do. And then I have my M13 SPR for when I'm just chilling, talking to chat. If I want to show off and really drag my nuts on the ground because they hang so fucking low, I grab my Odin. That's it. It allows me to play the way I want to play. And in Fortnite, I'm forced to sweat and fucking drag my arm across the desk.
No, you're not.
It doesn't. Oh, fucking bullshit. In zone, you are fucked.
Nope.
And especially if you're in arena.
Do you want to know why?
You are sweating your ass off.
Can I tell you why? Well, you
go for it.
You chose arena, so you chose to play like that, right? You chose arena.
Even in the normal game.
You're not listening?
No, pubs are hard for casual players. Go ahead, Caesar.
You guys are doing it wrong.
Oh, so we don't live in zone with a fucking splash cannon?
No. I'm going to. If you let me tell you. I just dramatic effect. I have to pause. Okay. I have played with a slew of different people. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm going to play with Ari, and we're gonna duo with Ari, I know that I have to sweat. If I'm gonna duo with Daddy Hoy, I have to know I'm going to sweat.
Mm-hmm.
If I load up with Nice Guy Gaming, I can have a damn good time. Just dropped my first 20 bomb ever playing with Nice Guy Gaming.
It's easy to do in bot lobbies.
I did not have to sweat. But what are you complaining about? Like, if I'm a new player, hold on, you're not listening. If I'm a new player, if I'm a casual player, don't go in with your friend who's been playing the game for 3 years.
That's true.
Whose account is 2,000? Who's what? Like, so you talk about it like it's not a casual player. It's not a casual player who's been grinding the game. But Dave, you're not a casual player at this point. Black, you're not a casual player at this point.
No.
I'm not a casual player.
I get what you're saying, but I guess
When you want to have a good time and just relax, play a game, you can't do it in Fortnite.
You can. You can
if you don't care about winning, you can.
No, I
agree.
You can if you don't care about winning.
I can win. All right, so here. You guys want secrets? You guys want secrets? People out there, you want secrets?
I want secrets.
If I have nobody to play with and I just want to play casually, okay?
Okay.
And I still want to win because I do want to win.
Okay.
All right,
cool.
And not everybody has the luxury. I get it. I get out my Switch. I load up my wife's account on my Switch. I load into a duos match. Set her into the set her into the storm, and dead she is, and I play him by myself. And I've so let me say I've never done that other than during the bring a friend back. No, you're not listening. Bring a friend back challenge where you have to do it to bring a friend back, and she, her account's not playing all the time, so it counts, whatever. But I'm just saying you can create a new account and you can send that account in, and you can have as much fun as you want playing the people who aren't any good at the game.
You realize smurfing is against TOS?
I'm not smurfing. There is another player in the account, and there's a battle. There's a battle going on, and they averaged our accounts together, and it just happened. How is that against any TOS? I'm not playing
skill base.
I'm not playing on another account.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
For all anybody knows,
VPN and play COD.
For anybody that knows, my wife is sitting there playing, and she doesn't know how to run from Storm. And actually, if you must know, I actually play on both accounts at the same times at times. I loot for both accounts. I move forward with both accounts, and I have a damn good time. And actually, if you must know, I've won a game where my account on the PC died, and the Switch account won the game for me. Okay.
Gotta be kidding me! That's too much work just to break skill base.
Well, no, I'm trying to tell you if you want
really
fun, if you want to play casually,
have fun, you have to have 2 accounts.
No,
a fucking Switch.
You're not. You're missing it. You're missing it.
Oh, I ain't missing shit, bro.
If you want to have fun, you play with someone who is a lower skill level. That's all I was saying. That's the. I just told you, if you don't have somebody, okay, because you've scared them all off, Black. Okay.
I'm playing Fortnite.
Just saying. If your complaint is that you just play with somebody, and you know the best part about it is you have a good time with them. You understand they're not good. Me playing with Nice Guy Gaming, right? Like I know he's not going to build. I know he's not going to build.
Thank you.
So you just got to be okay with it, and you got to be able to box him when he needs boxed.
Not everyone has to
I am just getting to that point with some of the, like my father, like people, casual players I play with, that like you got to pick up the slot. You know who you're playing with. You got to know who you're playing with. And I think I'm just getting to that point where it's just like certain games I know I'm gonna go in. And it's gonna be competitive, and we're gonna have fun, and we're gonna clap, and we're gonna do that. And then other games I'm not.
You know who does? You know who doesn't know how to do that? Yeah. Well, it's for me. He's over there, but yeah, that guy. That guy over there. He doesn't know how to do that.
Wait, what are you talking about?
You know, join him for a game of Warzone and watch him think you're trolling. Okay, I'm just saying.
One time, and I admitted I was wrong. One time.
We played, I think, 2 nights ago, and you were like all over trying to be in everybody's shit. You're like, there's guys here. There's guys here. We got to be.
I play.
Well, when you join the lobby,
making mad
you have to. When you join the lobby, you have to adjust to who you're playing with. So when you play with Riley, you can play that way. When you play with Caesar and Nice Guy, you got to slow it down a little. We're a little bit older than you. We're a little older than you. We're a little older than you. We got to take it slow.
He's
a little slower. His mic's cutting out. That's how upset he is.
How loud he is.
I was the same age as you motherfuckers.
Luna's calling you a dinosaur in my chat. Or you might be calling me. Might be calling us all dinosaurs.
You know, you're scaring some people in the Dad Club gaming chat. You know.
Prepare.
There was a comment that Warzone takes more skill. My only thing is it takes a different set of skill. It sets a different set of skill.
That's what I was just getting ready to say. I think both games require a certain amount of skill, and they're completely different.
Yeah,
they're just different.
Completely different sets of skills. All right, you get carpal tunnel playing Fortnite.
I'm just saying it's harder. I'm just saying it's harder for a casual player brand new to Fortnite to play the game than it is for somebody going to Call of Duty.
I agree.
I don't.
But
You
hey,
guys,
agree to disagree.
You guys are. I'm just saying you guys are looking at it the wrong angle.
Yeah.
If I am brand new to Fortnite, casual player, that lobby is easy unless I'm playing with somebody who's Dave with a high level.
That's fair.
And if you join, no, but you're not listening to me. If I join, never played Warzone, and I join Black, who's been grinding Warzone, I'm not gonna have a fucking good time. You understand what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
It's the skill-based matchmaking, and that started in Call of Duty. And that started in Call of Duty. And it just happens
wait.
You guys are just better at Fortnite than you give yourself credit. That's all it is.
I need to explain something to you.
What?
Skill-based matchmaking in Warzone versus Fortnite is completely different. Fortnite will auto-populate the lobby, and if it doesn't have enough people within a certain amount of time, it'll throw in fake players.
Okay.
Warzone caps its SBMM at 1.3 KD. What? It caps the KD. So if you have a 1.3 KD, like Riley and I are very close to, we're getting the same goddamn lobbies as Nick Mercs and hackers.
Oh.
So we're forced to get better or just eat the fucking shit.
So how does that defend your Fortnite is the hard? It actually does the opposite. You know, what I just heard is you actually said Fortnite is better for the casual player. That's what I just heard out of you.
You will see a casual player get kills, but at the end of the game, he's going to get shit on and shit out like a motherfucker. All right?
At the end of the game.
Yes,
at the beginning of the game.
Because guess what? They're going to be going happy, go jolly. Oh, man, this is a fucking great game. But I'm having so much goddamn fun.
But what about at the beginning of the game? What about at the beginning of the game of Warzone then?
It all depends where you land.
What about at the beginning of the game of Warzone?
It all depends where you land.
It's the same thing for Fortnite, though.
Nah.
You're just saying at the end of the game, and I'm just saying if you're in Warzone, you're going to die immediately. That's all. That's the difference. I think you guys just so my argument really stands with I think our accounts are higher in Fortnite. So yes, you have to sweat because you've been doing it for 3 years, and if you didn't progress, that's your own fault, right?
I have a Smurf account. I've had it for 3 years on Fortnite.
That's against TOS, Black.
That's
against TOS, Black.
If I've had that account, I still get shit on in them lobbies. That account level's barely 200.
I've literally loaded in with people, and I have a jolly good time. A jolly good time with those low level accounts. It is a lot of fun, except when I fight actual AI because that's kind of annoying.
Terrible.
It's weird, right?
Yeah, it's awful.
But
it's
then
weird.
There has been a lot of times now that I don't know. I just haven't determined whether, because I've watched some people play Fortnite before, and I'm like, oh, you're an actual player, right? You just, this is how you play the game, you know?
You see that guy going, and then like all of a sudden he crank a fucking 90, and you're like, yeah, that was a little scary. I thought you were fake.
We had a good discussion there about skill-based matchmaking. You know, it's a little animated on Black's side. You scared Chad away a little bit, you know?
It's their fault.
A little bit of screaming. And so that's what you would have seen when Black was playing. Well, actually, how's skill-based matchmaking in Among Us there, Black? I remember seeing you dead quite often in that game.
Because everyone loved to see me fucking dead. And that's why I stopped playing Among Us.
I'll be honest.
I was the first one to go every time, and I just stopped caring.
I was
like, I'm done.
Early crewmate.
Dave experiences the same shit.
Early crewmate.
You can't tell me you don't, Dave.
Early crewmate.
I still do.
Early crewmate.
I ain't playing it.
Dying early as crewmate is a lot of fun. It's peaceful. Get your tasks done. Get your tasks done. it's really fun.
The problem with that game is that people took it personally. If they died
Yeah,
first,
you got to be able to,
you got to separate it.
You got to be able to separate.
And that's the problem with that game. It brought out a lot of bad emotions and a lot, just people, just in general. Like me, I've raged. I raged hard in that game. Got me in a courage video. I raged so hard.
You did. That was so sick.
Yeah. So like
that. Now let me ask you that. Did you submit that video?
That's a video I'm still to this day wondering who submitted that.
Okay.
Because it wasn't me.
Yeah. That was what I was saying. Like a lot of those reaction videos, I always wonder, like, do people submit them or what?
I know he was on Twitter looking for clips. I saw the tweet.
Okay.
He said, but
so somebody might have submitted. Yeah. Cool.
Somebody either was in my stream, somebody from my community sent it to him because it wasn't me.
Yeah.
But it was cool. It was cool to see.
Absolutely. So I did have a couple questions for you, Dave, actually, that I've been pondering, and it's hard for me to ask while just in a chat. So this is a great time to ask them. So I saw the one day you were contemplating a tweet about contemplating a rebrand.
Just not a name.
Okay.
Just like
that was my part that I was worried about, to be honest. I was worried about the name. I was like, what?
The name ain't going anywhere. Just like a full I logo, all that stuff. New color scheme, just more professional looking. I need to go more pro, like more things I could put on. Yeah,
straight.
Yeah.
Caesar
stuff that I could
ran down
put
that
on
line too.
Right.
Mine's making like a slight little a turn, which has been fun.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
So good.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm very happy with the work.
I like that a lot.
The logo crafting. I basically was like R and E and a helmet, and I was drawing it myself, and I was like doing some things and I was like, Black, what do you think about this? And then he like revamped it and added some different color schemes, and my complaint with Black has always been about my computer struggling through some things. So he was like, this will help, and this will help, and this will help. Like some of these graphic intensive things would help. So it's been cool, and the intro that I've been running has been awesome. Black was experimenting with some of his new stuff, and I was basically telling him, like, I had Tim the Tatman, like, I watched him. It's fine. I know Black loves Tim. Nice guy loves Tim. I'll watch Tim. It's funny. I'd rather watch Nick. But Tim's intro into the stream is in my opinion the best intro in all of streaming, because it's just like this loud music and his voice in the backdrop and some clips, and it's like it just gets you ready. And basically I sent that clip to Black saying, like, this is what I have envisioned, and I started like collecting sound clips and video clips and like trying to piece that together, because I like to run that for 5 minutes while I'm getting set up and like have people start to join chat and like start saying what's up, and then I can come in and greet them. I'm not going to run it for an hour like Tim does, but I don't have that many. I don't have that many people. I don't have that many people waiting to join. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But just a rebrand. It sounds like color and whatnot.
Color, logo, all that fun stuff. I want something, because my two logos I got way back when I first started doing this off Fiverr. Like, they're cool, whatever. They got me this far. But as far as like me wanting to start to put together merch and all that, I want something a little bit more merch friendly that I could just slap on a shirt, or a hat like you got there. Like,
yeah, this is going to be a founder's hat, because this logo is out the window now.
Yeah. Oh,
I told everybody the other day in chat, if I'm always part-time in my opinion. I'm always will be. This is a hobby for me. But I told him if it ever actually became something, and I had people, I said anybody who ever wins one of these hats in my giveaway will then get another one with an autograph on it that they could make some money on or something, right? They could sell it. It'd be cool, or hang it up, whatever they want to do. burn it. You
Yeah.
know.
Yep. So yeah, that was basically I sat down like trying to mess with like different merch ideas. I was like, no, you know what? I just need I gotta wipe it. I need a new clean slate. And yeah, that was kind of the idea behind that. Like one of my logos, I'm like, it's too violent, and then the other one, I don't like the mascot logos, so I'm like, I don't like either of my logos. I'm like, I need something new. Like, let me throw them both out. So yeah, that's.
Oh my god, I was just like thinking of a logo and we could not do it. DPD.
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking of like the whole fucking like scheme of things, and then I was like thinking of like a bullet hole in the middle of the P, and then like I stepped back in my mind and looked at it, and I was like, DP.
Yeah.
DPD'd.
That's
DP'd.
Yeah. No, I've thought
DP with an apostrophe D.
There's a space somewhere in here.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad I because I like I said, I wanted to ask you about it when we were either playing or something. Because I saw that tweet, but I didn't know what you had in mind. I'm glad to hear it wasn't the name, because I'm like, I don't think you want to get rid of that. I don't think you want to get rid of that.
The name has now been cemented in so many places that I just can't.
See what I tagged you in the other day? Dave?
Yeah. Yeah, and I was wondering, like, do you not know where Desktop is from?
No, I do.
Where is it from? Hold on. Where's it from?
It's from the movie with the two cops.
Yeah.
Mark
Okay.
Wahlberg.
He does know. The other guy. Okay. Sometimes you like the fib, like you know where it's from, but you don't really know.
But like the whole thing is like the moment that guy said it, I was like, I didn't think of the movie. I thought of Dave.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And I was like,
and you sent it to me. Gotcha. Yeah.
I was like, Dave, it's happening.
Yeah.
That was why I tagged you in it, not because of the movie.
Oh, I thought you
bitches
watched
don't wear
the video.
jimmies. Gators bitches don't wear jimmies. There's so much in that movie to unpack.
So much. I thought you had seen the guy say Desktop, and you just was like, I can't believe he said Desktop. That's what you said to me. You said, I can't believe he said that. I was like, does he not know what it does? Does he not know where this comes from? That's what I thought.
It was just hilarious to me because I was like, this dude just said Desktop, and he was playing Fortnite, and I'm like, why the fuck did I think of Dave first? This is so awesome.
That's cool. Yeah. Yeah, the name's not going anywhere. But that's
so how recently, because I've noticed it in streams, but I haven't asked, how recently did you move around? Because the picture's behind you now, and I know that wasn't the setup before.
So I recently moved into this apartment June 1st.
Okay. So it's fresh.
It's fresh. So this is all just still a work in progress. I'm still trying to figure out what I really want to do. So you may see it change even more. Sure. Like this could be temporary right now. So I've been here about a month.
Nice.
Been in this spot.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I like all the posters.
Yeah, these all kind of like this one, they all kind of a mean to me. This one. Yeah, this one is these are both shows. I'm a big concert goer. So before COVID hit, I was always going to concerts, and concerts are one of my favorite things to go to, concerts and sporting events. This concert here is a band of one of my favorite bands called Twiddle. It's the last concert I went to with my best friend and cousin before he had passed away. So this one is near and dear to me. This guy is a baseball player named Thurman Munson, who's on the Yankees. Caesar, you might know the name.
Yeah.
He's actually a relative of mine. So I got New York Yankee blood in me.
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and then there's another festival I went to. I just really love the artwork that they
That's awesome.
come with. So yeah. I got Yankee blood in me. Thurman Munson was my grandmother's like second cousin.
Nice.
So it's very far distant.
Yeah. Shows up on your ancestry.com.
Sure does.
Wow.
21 and me, or 20, what is it? 24 and whatever the other one is. I don't know.
22 and me.
Here's a question. We all had pretty big blank walls. Have you guys ever thought of like the little tiling with all like the triangles coming out of it and stuff? I've been thinking about that hard lately. Like doing this wall and then this other wall with all like that textiled.
Yeah.
Are you talking about, you're not talking about acoustic, you're talking about the lighting stuff.
No.
The acoustic
You
foam?
add lighting later. No. It's literally plastic, and then it has like triangles coming in and out of it.
Oh. Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever seen Sweet Tails. She has the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
shit
yeah.
in her back.
Yeah.
I've
Not
been thinking about it hard. It looks so cool when you illuminate it.
sure. I haven't. So if the question's to me, I haven't. You know, my room's too big. I would have to fill it with too
Oh
much.
yeah, because your room is massive,
you.
and we do know that. He
Fuck
finally
you.
admitted it. Someone fucking clip it. It
Fuck
happened.
No. Dave, that's just an inside thing from episode 2 where him and Hoy ganged up on me when I just got into this room. But no, Black, I haven't. I got the acoustic foam. Anybody who sees my back camera, right? I got the acoustic foam behind my monitors, behind my TV, just to take some of the sound out of this room. I got my wall art in the form of, acoustic, electric, and a ukulele, right? I wall art because I don't play it. I'm not BTC Jacob, right? Black. I'm saying I'm not.
He got his own place now.
No, I'm saying he plays the guitar, right? He pulls the guitar down and he plays it, right?
Really well.
So I got the sign, obviously, and then I started making my box there. But yeah, I don't have any plans to hang up anything on the wall.
Did I tell you he's officially banned from Twitch?
I saw that he's on YouTube now. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, he's officially banned.
I'd love to off stream get an insight into why.
Yeah, I've talked to him. He doesn't know. Like he was like, I know why I got banned the first time. He's like, but this second time they didn't give me a reason. I have no idea.
Interesting.
And then he went to go on to talk about like how he would never raid up again, like because you always raid up like to someone that had more viewers than you to get your name on their screen. And he's like, I'll never do that again. I never rated that way anyway. I
was about to say that's not how I operate. The only reason I ever raid, if you're calling it up, because I'm raiding with less viewers than what they have, it's because it's somebody I know and they just have a lot of viewers at that time. I have a redeem raid, right? I have a redeem raid thing, a channel point, that if somebody redeems and has a person that I don't follow, I still go forward with it. But
yeah,
I don't find enjoyment out of that. Like, is that how you build a community? By backwards stealing their people? You know what I mean? Like backdoor stealing their people, right? Getting your name on their screen so then they see you and go check you out. Like, for me, I'm not saying that's what it is, but you know what I mean? Like, that's how it feels. It feels grimy. It's like, I am rating you, so now your people, all these people see me rating you, so then they go check out me. I actually do the opposite of I raid people that I know, whether they have less or more, because I want my people to go see them, right? Versus I want the people in their stream to see me. People do the shout outs in streams, right? And I do it for people as well when I remember to. It's nice, it's nice to build that community, but I don't feel like the raider is the person that should be getting the follows, right? It's the raidee. Like, the person you're raiding should be getting that viewers and the followers, right? Not the person who raided.
Agreed.
I felt, I never thought of it, Black. But when I raided my friend, who I don't think she streamed on Twitch for a while now, my YouTuber friend. One of her, mods, I guess, gave me a shout out at her channel. I never actually thought about it like that. That I was like rating her and my name was popping up there. I guess it makes sense now. Sandwich.
So you just like
sandwich with a follow 2 episodes after. Well, no, I'm saying I rated because I'm giving you shit. I graduated high school with her, and I was like sending people over there, right?
Well, there's always like circumstances, Sandwich
what I mean? Just like, rated, even though he was on, or not rated, followed, even though he was on this like 2 episodes ago. Just saying, Sandwich kind of messed up.
It's whatever.
Oh shit! DeskPopDave is now following. It'd be great if you unfollowed just to follow to get that to happen, but you probably didn't. You probably just followed for the first time.
To confirm now? Like if you unfollow someone, it asks you to confirm.
Oh wow.
They never had that before, and I think that's awesome because I accidentally unfollowed someone one time and I lost all that followage. Oh, it sucked.
Yeah, I just joke. I just joke with people. This is, everybody knows this is the sub channel. Follows don't really mean anything. Here's Tank. What's up, Tank? The follows on this channel really don't do much unless you want to watch. But if you're a member of Dad Club Gaming's Discord, you already get the announcements every week to come see who we have on here. I didn't know you were on Twitch. Thought it was only on Facebook. Nope. Dad Club Gaming streams to both Twitch and Facebook at the same time because this is not affiliated.
Nice.
I think Black. Oh, I have another one, Black. If you don't have one,
hit me with it.
Okay. So I've seen you go ups and downs sometimes on Twitch.
What does that mean?
On Twitter. I've seen Dave
say
that he's going to stop streaming. He said at the beginning of this he's been streaming for 3 years.
We talked about this.
Not during this, not just
this?
Now.
Are you sure?
We did not talk about ups and. I mean, in past episodes. Not during this episode. We did not talk about Dave. Like,
I feel like I just had this conversation with someone. I thought it was Dave.
I mean, maybe not. I'm telling you that we didn't have this during this session. That I am now asking the question to Dave of like, what stems from that and what keeps you pushing forward to help somebody else. So we did have this conversation with Sandwich a couple weeks ago, Black, if that's what you're remembering. About.
No, Dave was there when I had this conversation.
I mean, he's always in your dreams, so maybe.
You and I have talked, Black, about this.
Yeah, but like I'm talking recently. Bro, it was the day I was explaining Twitch subs.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
On your stream, yeah.
Yeah, my bad. That's why it's so recent, because it was just like a couple weeks ago.
That's fine. I'm like, dude, this has not come up during this episode. All right.
Sorry.
Dave, that's the tough. I'll put it in quotes because I think you have probably a reason.
No, absolutely.
And everything,
as we all know, for those of you that stream, it comes with a lot of ups and downs and a lot of quiet days in chat, right?
Yes, sir.
And there was a time period where, like when you go, I think it was the grind. I was getting to a point where I thought I was hitting a wall where I was like, I'm doing this 3 years. I don't see any growth. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. What the hell am I doing? I'm not seeing anybody come in the chat. There was a time period where it was like I was doing good. I was seeing people were coming in, people were coming in. All of a sudden, I felt the roller coaster, and that's what it is. It's a roller coaster, right? And when you're going down, it's like every day. There was a point where I was like, "Do I even want to stream today?" I was just like, "I don't feel it. I don't want to. I'm not feeling this today." Every time I hit, like, not one person, you wouldn't even get a hello from somebody. You're sitting there talking to yourself. I mean, how, it was day in and day out of sitting in my room and talking to myself. And it was just like, how much longer can I do this? And I'm like, I'm banging my head against the wall too, because it was good for a while, like I started seeing the end, I see the numbers go up. And then that fall. It was the fall the fall hits you, and you're like, I don't know if I can do that climb again, because what if I do that fall again? And it was, talking to Black and talking to, the people in my community who are yelling at me, don't stop, don't do this, don't, it was like, but I'm just like, I'm tired, because now I'm at the point where I'm in this 3 years now. I just celebrated 3 years this past June. I'm like, now I'm at the point where I'm dedicating years of my life to this. How am I? It was, what do I want out of it? I think the question I think I was struggling with inside myself, right?
So what was your goal, right?
And that I think that was something I needed to figure out within myself. What did I want this to be for me?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Did I want it to be a business or did I want it to be a hobby?
Right.
And once I separated that and figured it out and talked to people and realized what I really wanted out of it, like, okay, let's keep doing this. Let's have fun and just have fun with it and not let those, you know, I turned off that like caring about the numbers at least, you know. Yeah, I still have those days where it's like you hear the crickets, but then I have other great days where people are showing up. It, you know, it was just figuring out what I wanted from the platform. And then once you figure that out and it kind of it put things in perspective, you know, like, all right, let me not, don't worry, you know, like have fun with it.
Yeah.
And then once I started doing that, I loved it. You know, like I'm just going to hit go live, whatever happens.
Yeah, you can put your
And-
best foot forward, right? You can roll out
Right.
your content. You can
Right.
upload, you know, and that
Yeah.
kind of thing. And you can still do
And
that
then
as part of a hobby,
And
right?
that's around the time I started really putting that work towards the shorts and the TikToks and the YouTube more than I did.
Yeah.
You know, starting to realize,
100%.
okay, let me make it the hobby, but still put the effort into it. Because you know, it could be a nice part-time job. Listen, I don't plan on leaving my job anytime soon. You know, there's things I want to do, there are things I want to accomplish, and I want to climb that corporate ladder, right?
Yeah.
You know, one of the CEOs at ESPN started in the mailroom, and then he worked his way all the way up to CEO. You know, so like, there's things I want to do,
Yeah.
but at the same time, building a community and building, you know, my Discord and the people that are now I consider close friends of mine that, you know, a year ago now I didn't have, you know, building the community for them. I changed the name, you know, like I made my Discord more of a gamer community than I took my name off. I told them, I said, I want to take my name off of it. I took my name completely off of it and said, I want to make it not about me, but about everybody that's part of this community. The streamers, the content creators, make this about them and helping them get to where they want to be.
Yeah.
You know, because at the same time, you know, I have some very talented friends that I know that can really succeed in this industry if they want to.
Sure.
And it's all about how much they want to invest into it, you know, if that's something that they actually want to do. I know I'm personally in my life, I'm at an age where it's like this prime is, I think that ship has sailed for me. Like, I know what I want to do. I'm going to treat this as a hobby, but if people want that help and succeeding in this industry, I want to help them.
Yeah.
You know, I want to do whatever I can to help those people.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like my focus now, because I don't want people to get discouraged and get to where I was when what you're talking about, you know.
Sure.
Don't lose that sight, don't lose that hope. You know, I'm always talking to everybody here about confidence. Just be confident, even just like playing the game of Fortnite. Listen to my friends like say, oh, I'm going to die here. Oh, I'm going to lose here. No. Stop that. I don't want to hear that. You're going to win that fight. And if you don't, guess what? You know what's great about that game? You can start again.
Yeah.
We'll do it all over.
Yeah.
But you got to experience those ups and downs. And I did a lot until I mentally rebranded.
Yeah.
You
I
know
mean,
what
I'd be
That's the best.
Dave, I'd be lying if Black's probably not like, I had the same conversation with both of you, right? Like, I've texted Black about, you know, and it wasn't like anything that I didn't already know, but it was a mental assistance in what are you doing, right? Like I have a full-time gig. I work at a pretty good company that's not going anywhere. It's not my dream job of ESPN like you're working, right? Like ESPN is fucking awesome, especially for a guy who grew up with sports. But, you were talking about this during this episode, and you could tell that, like, that's your passion as much as this is as well, right? Like, a lot of people aren't going to say no to if the opportunity came up to play video games and communicate with people all day long who enjoy watching you. It's that feel good feeling, right? And if you ever became one of these guys who make millions of dollars, nobody's going to take a corporate job. Oh, I shouldn't say nobody. There are people who would take a corporate job over it, but most people yeah, right? Exactly. Most people.
401k.
Right. Right, exactly. So for all the kids out there who say, hey, I'm going to go become a streamer, just know that a corporate job and those things, like Black knows it, being a full-time streamer now, right? And having medical things and stuff like that going on, it's a completely different world. You're now, you don't have that corporation behind you. So you have to ask yourself, like, is that something you want to be able to say, hey, my company takes care of that for me and I'm good? Or is it something you want to say, hey, I need to plan for this, right? And like that's
you are the marketing team, you are the talent, you are your manager. If you can't do all three, you will not survive. That's fact.
And so you can pay somebody to do those things, right?
Yeah, but that's true. If you have that funding and you want to do this as, your thing, whatever. You have the money. You don't need to be streaming anyway. But, that's like T-Pain. Yeah.
Oh my God. I love T-Pain.
But you know what I mean? But do you know what I mean? Like, it's this thing. You need, I think I've told you both. I could be wrong. I don't know. But finding out why you're streaming and what holds you up in your streaming endeavors, whatever the fuck you want to call them, that's what it's all about. And I know I've reminded Caesar, why did you start this? Well, to have a good time. Then why the fuck are you worried about numbers? You created a place where someone can come in, say hi, and then leave, or lurk, or have a conversation, but you're there live to provide that entertainment. That's why you started. Then you're happy.
Yeah, I think for like what Sandwich talked about a couple weeks ago, and what Dave's alluding to for me has always been, that up feels so good.
It does,
right? It feels so good. Like you guys are joking. Good. Like I sit there and I took viewer count off of my stream. I had it there for a while as a reminder. Well, no, but I had it. It was always functional, right? Because I didn't like having a video I wanted to post, but then you see a 0 or a 1 or something. You don't want to post that. Yeah. But it was always functional to remind me that somebody is in my chat and they might chat something that I need to know. Like I should read it, right? Like because there was a lot of days where there was nobody there and I don't have to look over there and then I miss a chat and 5 minutes later they're gone, right? Like there was a lot happening. Now that I've had consistent flow of people coming in and going, I've removed the viewer count. But I'd be crazy to say that a lot of the time when I am streaming, I have people tabbed, but I have my stream up there when I'm playing the game because I still use the Twitch viewer count to know how many people. And I celebrate those moments when I peak during a stream. When it's like, if I didn't raid and I got double digits or, 20 some or whatever it may be, I celebrate and people know that I'm happy about it. Like it's exciting. But I have not let myself hit that low anymore, Dave, that you were referring to of like bummed out. Because I've started to come to kind of terms with it is a lot of work. Like you said, 3 years out of your life. It's a lot of work if you let it become work. But if you are treating it like a hobby and enjoyment and just like the same thing as watching a movie or playing a video game or coloring book or whatever's your hobby, knitting, whatever your hobby is.
Fucking knitting.
If you treat it like a hobby that you are enjoying it, then you shouldn't. The ups are still going to be there, right? It's like, oh man, that cross stitch was perfect, right? You guys are going to think I knit now, okay? Just because I knew cross stitch, right?
Oh fuck.
But it's going to be like that high, but you're not going to notice the low because it's like you're still doing something that you love and you enjoy, but you're still gonna witness those highs. So, my suggestion to people is like, Dave. Define what you want, right? Define what you're after, and then stay true to that, and enjoy it. And if it is something, then you have to put your head down and make it happen. You can't say, "Why am I going to die here?" or I'm gonna die here, or this is gonna fail, or this is gonna flop.
That's
You have to go into it.
analogy I can put it. Yeah.
You have to go in with, this is gonna succeed. Now let me put in the work to make it succeed, right? Like let me put that in.
Sounds like we're in a Manifest documentary.
Yeah.
It's true though.
Is there a Dadcast knitting channel? I think I'm in the wrong place.
Dude, could you imagine?
By the way, earlier, and I don't know if Bubba's is still here, but I know Bubba, you've been playing with Bubba's Fortnite, right? And Bubba's was over here and said it was a lot of fun and excited to watch future episodes. The beautiful thing about this is you can actually watch past episodes as well. They all get uploaded to YouTube, because the VODs obviously get deleted off of Twitch after a certain amount of time, but they all get uploaded to YouTube. I've been doing a good job of just keeping them up. I only trim out the beginning and the end for the most part, except when people's internet goes out and they're gone for 45 minutes. But we won't talk about that, Dustin. So, yeah.
Wait, was that Dustin?
Dustin's internet. Remember the internet guy lost internet?
Oh, yeah.
But I just that's a short little plug. If people want to see it, if people want to be on it, I put the sign up link in a little bit ago. You can sign up always. We're welcome more people.
Yeah.
You know, it's just something. I already knew Dave. Black already knew Dave. Now, hopefully, other people got to know Dave who didn't already know Dave. Right? Go check him out playing, whether it be on D Cave or on his own channel. Like I said, he's churning out the most content that I've seen so far. Out of a part-time streamer, it's the most content I've seen.
You know, that's like, I have fun making the content. You know, that's the thing. I'm still treating it as a hobby. I'm having fun doing that because, like I said before, I went to school for that stuff, and I want to do it as a living, and this is helping me achieve. You know, it's all intertwined. It's helping me achieve my personal life goals while still having fun with friends and gaming and playing with friends. You know, just having a good time. Just having a good time while helping out personal goals of mine.
Do you think,
and meeting great people?
Yeah, that's the best part for me. That has been the best part for me, and that's why these have started. It was like I always allude back to at the beginning of the year, at the end of last year, I dropped into Black's stream and he had 5 people in a Discord call and they were just shooting the shit. They talked a little bit about streaming, but they were just shooting the shit. And I was like, obviously a year into COVID and missing that camaraderie and missing that, like, getting to know people, that I told Black, you know, like I'm leaning towards this and you know, we've been setting sail on it because it helps get to know people. But yeah. I was going to say, when you were talking about the ups and downs, Dave, I want everybody to put this into perspective, because when you mention it, it just, one day there was a Call of Duty update or whatever it was, right? Or whatever was going on. You went into Nick Merck's stream, if you did, or if you just paid attention, he had 300,000 people in his stream, 400,000 at a time, right? It was, you know, crazy. He does not average that. I mean, he averages a lot of people. He averages 80,000 people. But just put that in perspective, that's like saying you have 4 viewers one day and the next day you have 1. Or you have 40 viewers one day and the next day you have 10. Or you have 400 and you have 100. Like, that's a big drop off. And you can't tell me that, you know, that wouldn't impact him too. It's not like, oh, how do I get this? And there's nothing he can do about that, right? People were all interested in seeing the update, right? It's not like he can do anything to get those people. You're going to have that same problem with everybody who's watching you. You're going to have the people who have the time to watch you and want to watch you all at the same time. And you're going to have the people who are busy living their life, streaming because they also stream, playing sports because now they're out of school or they're in school or they're getting married or whatever, like life hit them. You're going to have that no matter how big you get.
Right.
Maybe
100%.
You in your mind will say, oh, well, if I'm at 80,000 people, I'm not going to care that the last day I was at 400,000. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
I'm telling you, I had this conversation with someone.
Listen,
was it, dude, Dave,
listen,
was it you?
I'm just having a good time trolling the shit out of Black right now. So he's like, I had this conversation with somebody, and
you know I'm having memory issues, but like, dude, I know I had this conversation with someone.
I'm sure you did. Talk to a lot of people.
Oh my god!
But regardless, that's kind of like I want to tie that back to like what you said, Dave. Like,
no, absolutely.
First, define what you want. Second, put it into perspective. Like this goes to everybody, no matter how big you get.
Right.
Yeah.
And yeah, exactly. And once you do that, you're just it's like a weight off your shoulders.
Yep.
Once you figure that out, And now I'm just having a blast, man, and I'm having fun. I've gotten to meet great people like Black and you, and now a community that I'm slowly building, like with my Discord and hosting these Among Us every Tuesday. It meeting all these people, I could say I have lifelong friends now because of this and because of gaming. Like having these people I could turn to. I literally have opened. There's people in my community that know more about what's going on in my life than my own friends of my personal friends of
100%,
15, 16
100%.
years.
Family,
more
than my family, 100%.
More than my family, right? Like they know.
I want everybody to know. The other day, I showed my wife a clip of me doing the chicken dance. Okay, and it was not a pretty sight to see. Her face was not a pretty sight to say. You guys get to witness that every day, and it is not a pretty. So, I agree. I couldn't agree with you more, Dave. That the Twitch community and streaming has been outside of the friends that I have that know I stream because I play video games with them daily and I grew up with them.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely been more of a community than like everybody outside of Twitch at this point. Probably more so due to COVID, right? Like, you're not able to see them as much as like you can see the Twitch people, but still.
And unfortunately, exactly. Unfortunately, that there was that part of COVID, like not being able to see those people. But yeah, I think COVID definitely helped me get closer to these people for sure.
Sure.
But I'm great. I'm grateful for it in a way that I got to know these people because now I have, we're even talking about planning a trip to Florida to meet up, to have a group meet up.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Like that, that's how close we've all become, and it's hosting these games. Like we do like customs in Fortnite, like just everyone just getting together and gaming, just having fun, man. Just,
one day I will have that Fortnite creator code. One day. It'll take a while, but one day. That's my only goal.
How you don't.
That's my only goal. Because you have to have 1,000 followers on some media, and I don't have it. Why'd you thumbs up?
No, I'm just.
Dave and I both have creator codes.
I know. Use code DeskPopDave because he actually plays the game.
Yeah. True. Yes. Thank you.
Factual.
Thank you.
Factual.
Black doesn't, even though I still use Black.
Dude, I think I checked it a couple days ago. It's still like over 100.
That's ridiculous.
And I don't know who's using it. Other than you and Dustin.
Listen, it would be normal if it held, but the fact that it clears it and you have to re-enter it, that's where it's like, wait, how's that working? You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like every 14 days they have to re-put it in my name. Who the fuck are you?
But yeah, one day,
two people that use it.
That's what's crazy. That is my only goal that I have. Okay, that is my only goal that I have from this whole streaming and whatnot. Right, my only goal is because I want a creator code. Because obviously, I don't want to. I don't care about other people using it. It's a nice perk, right? And you should promote it. I want the customs. I will use it for myself, obviously, right? Can you? Can you use your own?
Yeah, I think so. No,
it doesn't count for you. You can't make money on your account.
Oh,
but it'll act as an active user.
Yeah, but
it just doesn't work.
Well, that's good to put it on somebody else then. But customs is the main reason. Being able to host those things is my main reason.
I'm in a Discord. I'm in a Discord now where I host the G2, the gaming company G2. I'm a host in their Scrim Discord.
Nice. Yeah, I just would love to be able to do that. Lately I've had 5 to 10 people. Not on the same night. Normally it's like 4 to 5 people want to play, but like, if I
telling
could
you,
get enough people that wanted to play, I could play customs and it'd be fun, and I would not mind doing that.
promoting customs in Fortnite, that's a popular thing. People will come slowly over time. Like that's something people go on Twitch and like look for. Like they'll type in customs in the Fortnite category.
Yeah. My only thing is I won't break who I am, and I'm building organically. The same, like, this, like Black said, I'm growing, but how? Because I'm not really putting anything out there. I'm growing organically, right? And like, I'm halfway there. So that's further than I was when I started this whole thing. My first 50 followers, probably about 40 of them were follow for a follow on some Discord channel. Cause like my goal was affiliate, right? I'm not doing that for this last, I want these people to be people who come over and drop a follow because I want them to come back, hopefully. But, no, so you said weight off your shoulder. I also thought of like it being a breath of fresh air. For that, once you get over that hurdle, it's a breath of fresh air. It's a weight off your shoulder, like not have to worry about those things. Dave, what I normally do is we come up with a lesson based on what we talked about. I'll shoot it over to you sometime this week. It'll go on our thumbnail. If you have ideas, because you are a creative person as well, if you have ideas, just character limit it so it'll fit on my little TV thumbnail. But if you have ideas, otherwise I'll throw you some and you can always bash them back and say not good enough. Give me a second writing. I know you won't do that, but you could. I give everybody the opportunity.
I do it.
Yeah.
That's not true at all.
But we're coming up quickly on the 2-hour mark as this has been a pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's been great.
Oh yeah. I mean, I knew, like I said, this is one of the first ones that I had some questions actually prepped in my mind because I knew I watched Dave on his stream. I see him on Twitter. Like I had things that I wanted to talk about with you, Dave. But still learned a lot. I didn't actually know what you did at ESPN. Now I know what your goal is and what you want to do at ESPN, which is awesome. Off stream, maybe the most famous. Do you think A-Rod and J-Lo are the most famous people? Athlete combo?
Probably. I mean, having J-Lo on. Yeah. I mean, well, the very for me, when I was really my very first day.
I mean, J-Lo alone.
That's what I'm saying.
J-Lo, she shut down the whole damn place. My very first day. Yeah. As far as famous, as far as fame. Yeah, she's the most famous I've been there.
But then you have sports fans, right? You're like, oh, I'm a sports fan. Yeah.
My very first day, I walked by Magic Johnson in the hallway. So I was just like,
oh yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna like this place.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, okay, that's Magic Johnson.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But, yeah, no, it's been fun.
Are you getting ready to sign off, Caesar?
I am prepping us for that, yeah.
Okay, I have something to say before we all go away. Oh, whoa. That was clever. Katie, our emote artist that has been a part of Hackers Nation for a very, very long time, just got her driver's license the other day. Her mom come into my chat and told me, very happy for you, Katie. I'm sure she's lurking somewhere. I know it.
Congrats.
But
congrats, Katie.
We appreciate you, Katie. Awesome. Yeah, her mom come in and told me, it was like, hey, Katie just got her license today, and then left.
That's faster than all my boys in Kentucky that watch my stream that are still, approaching 18, 19, 20 years old and still don't have their license. Way to go, Katie.
I was so happy for her, man. That for anyone that doesn't know, KatieV144 on Twitch or just Katie Edwards here on Facebook. Amazing emote artist, guys. She's very young and very talented, and we're awesome. We're very grateful to have a person like that in the communities. She's very good at what she does. I think she's done every emote Caesar has.
You know what's interesting about this?
One.
What's interesting about this? This is actually a good prelude. Katie is actually she was in sign up. She was going to be this week, but she was not going to be available this week. So I shifted Dave up, and Dave said, "Yes, I'm free. I'm good." So I think Katie is going to be next week, but we have to have it before they go away for 4th of July, I believe. So I have to confirm date with her. It probably won't be over the weekend, probably be earlier in the week, but Katie will actually be on next week, and we can celebrate that driver's license.
Yeah, it like stopped my stream. I was having a full horror stream, and then I forgot what I was doing because I was so psyched.
Yeah. Dave, just like I tell everybody, because I haven't run across anybody that I didn't want to have back. You're always welcome if you want to rejoin, whether it be now, whether it be in the future. Something happens, whether you get the ESPN gig or something else, whatever. If you have some reason, or you just want to be back on to chat with us again, because I love spending
awesome.
2 hours doing this.
Oh,
you're always welcome to sign up again.
Yeah.
We already have a few people who are signed up for seconds. I've just been working through trying to get through singles first, right? Like the first time people, before we start having seconds. There's some good people lined up for seconds already. I know that. Hopefully Dustin's got his internet squared away, but
nah, it'll fail again.
But Dave, thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you guys.
Yep,
it's a blast.
Yeah, I mean, it can't be me and Black talking every week, so you can't. Don't thank us. We need you, and we need you out there in the chat. Sign up. So Dave, I'm going to take us to the fuzzy screen, and we'll chat for a second on mute. But everybody else, we'll catch you next week. Have a good one.
Oh yeah.